You have arrived at your destination.
We sound like Imogen.
This is off the rails.
You are now a loyal follower of the Villain District Podcast.
I remember that from
It's a horrible song.
From what, middle school or high school dances? I don't know what it.
Something like that.
It hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Yep. That was good.
Motown Philly.
Nope.
Back again. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Leaving me behind.
I can't hear you right now.
I cannot hear you.
I'm still echoing.
Something broke. And I think it was your mic.
Help me.
It's okay. We're there you go.
You're on.
You're on.
I can hear you.
This is going well.
Yeah, it's going really well.
This is great.
This is great.
Which
show am I on?
I look for it. I don't know. It's Inception.
It's yeah, that's one thing. So the plan is each one of us are gonna. This is a crossover.
Yep.
Like we're the Flash.
I'm
and
too
you're
far
Arrow.
out. You guys are like sitting at the table.
You're the Arrow and we're Flash or whatever.
Right.
And it's what will be interesting about this conversation is typically if we're interviewing someone, right? We'll ask a bunch of questions and learn about that person.
Right.
But this is your third interview.
Right.
And we're both using this interview. So this is going to just have to be like
we'll just talk about whatever the hell we want.
It'll just be us asking questions and then answering questions with questions.
Yes.
So what have you been into lately? What movies have you seen?
Well,
Civil War sucked.
Wait, so dude, BVS was awesome, but Civil War sucked.
What the?
No, I'm just kidding.
What are you talking about?
I just wanted someone on the. I just wanted someone to say.
Did you guys see the ultimate trailer for BVS today?
I did watch that today.
No.
Almost everything in there was like you didn't see that in the movie.
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
like 30 new minutes of stuff.
I'm actually pretty excited about it. I didn't hate that movie.
Have you guys seen X-Men?
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
Did you?
Yeah. I saw it yesterday.
Brian,
I got a text from my mom talking about X-Men, and she said, "Well, she was like, hey, your dad and I are going to see X-Men. I'll let you know how it is. I'm sure your dad will have a good time." And I'm just going. And afterwards, she texted me. She said, "That was the best movie I've ever seen." She said, "Go watch that movie today."
Now.
And I didn't.
Clearly didn't.
I haven't yet, but
yeah.
I'm going to tell your mom you
Bad
didn't follow
son.
her instructions.
Bad son.
And I'm
she'll
like,
hear that. She'll hear
I'm
it on
sure.
here.
And if that was the case,
Yeah.
she really liked the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was something that she connected to.
Okay.
And I'm excited to see it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, from the way people have downplayed it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm interested because
I
of the
was
mixed
very
reviews.
pleasantly surprised with how it was done.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about how people like don't take into consideration how hard it is to make a blockbuster movie?
Just make it good.
It only takes a couple
that
of
movie,
years.
It's either good or it's bad. It's
Right.
not just like,
Right.
all right, I see, I get it. You put a whole lot of hard work into that.
I feel like the days of like movies that you can totally just crap all over are kind of over. Like superhero movies wise, comic book movies wise. You know
I
what
don't
I mean?
know. Some people are doing a pretty good job.
I mean, they're doing a good
trying to
job.
crap on it.
They're doing a good job, but I feel like like legitimately where you could just be like, "Oh, this is trash.
Right.
This
It's
is total
it's
garbage."
That ended
where,
with
like-
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. That was a very like retro movie in that
Dude,
sense.
BVS got
Oh, yeah, of
trash,
course.
garbage
Yeah, yeah.
comments.
So's
Like,
X-Men.
That movie,
Right?
like, it had its problems, but like, was that like honestly the worst movie you've ever
I've
seen?
already gone on Nicole's podcast.
All right, we don't
to support that movie.
We don't have
So.
to talk about it, but
We don't have
I'm
to
just
talk
saying.
about it, but
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
20 years ago, when you saw a movie, when you saw Batman '89 for the first time,
Yeah.
you're like, they made a dark Batman movie. They took it seriously. That was the Joker. Batman killed some people, whatever. But man, that was a lot of fun to watch, right?
Right,
But
right.
now it's like you get, here is a $200 million gift. Enjoy it. I don't like it. I don't like that $200 million gift you gave me.
Well, to be fair,
No, don't support these people.
to be fair, these people, it's like, I love it. It's like a political radio show. Don't you support these people, whoever they
Well,
are.
it's just so crazy to see like how much they put into like the sets and the
Yeah.
like special effects,
Yeah,
and
sure.
acting, and the amount of time it does take to make a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are like, "This is shit.
Yeah.
I could have done better." I'm like,
Well,
No.
probably not.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if you were in the writer's room, you might have come up with a better script, but that doesn't mean that the end product would have been
That's
any
true.
different.
Right. That's
Because
true.
the studios pay for it.
Right.
And that's a lot of money, and they get what they want.
Oh yeah,
Right.
they edit out and make
I
it
will-
to whatever they want it to be.
Yeah. I will say that BVS, probably most of the problems was Snyder.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I think so.
but Affleck
But
ruled.
Affleck's supposed to
Yes.
direct his solo Batman movie.
And he's also an executive producer on
Justice League.
Part 1. And he's going to be in the editing room. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be, he's going to ghost direct the movie.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Ghost director.
Guarantee it.
Here's all right. Can I,
It's my
as long as we're
superpower.
talking about superhero movies, here's a suggestion I'm ready to not ever hear again: is a direct adaptation of some graphic novel that's already been made.
Right.
I'm ready to not hear anybody suggest that ever again. Influences, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch a direct
Things
adaptation.
just don't transfer well.
They don't
Yeah.
to
transfer.
screen.
Even
and if
so,
you've already
like-
heard the story,
Yes.
you kind of know what's going to happen.
You know
Yeah.
what's going to happen, and that's cool. But
Did you read the interview where Affleck basically said that his Batman movie was going to be original?
Yeah.
And that he's he's essentially going to steal from his favorite stories, like
Right.
aspects of it, in the sense that Batman versus Superman stole from Dark Knight, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Dark Knight Returns, blah blah blah.
That's the exact title.
blah, blah,
But
blah,
it,
blah, 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 blah.
blah, blah, blah.
when I first thought about Marvel remaking Civil War, my first thought was, how are they going to do that? Because they got to pull in all these B-list characters. This person has to die. How is this even going to work? And then I'm like, wait a minute. I've read that.
Yeah.
It'd be like watching a movie that I'd have already watched. Like,
Right.
it's just like a...
Yeah.
Like, the point of going to a movie is experiencing something new, experiencing a new story.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada.
I have to say, while we're on Civil War, our buddy Steve, who I don't know if you've met Steve, he's in the last episode of Bagged and Board for everybody. He's
Okay,
he's
I'll
chewing on
check it out.
8
June
p.m. at the
10th.
Clifton Center.
He's chewing on a toothpick in the episode, so that's how
Yeah.
you'll know Steve.
Okay.
Let's
Nevertheless,
just say
So I'll
he
go up
plays
to him
the
and I'll
part
be like,
of
toothpick guy.
toothpick
yeah,
guy.
toothpick guy.
We call him Toothpick Steve. So
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
that.
That
But
fits.
he
Not
was
for
telling
that
me
reason, though.
no, it's a whole other thing.
He does this
Um,
weird thing, takes toothpicks.
No,
Let's just
Whoa.
say he transports them in his rear
what?
from over state lines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. For no reason. They're totally legal, but he's just weird.
Before you say what
Um,
you're going to say,
yeah.
my goal for this episode is
I don't
to
like
tell-
that move. I don't like
this
that
is
move.
going to be. This is not just the Villain District podcast episode. This is a Girl
it's
Gone
gonna
Geek
be on
podcast.
Girl Gone Geek
Yeah.
too.
And whatever I say is going to be part of your episode as well, right?
It is, yes.
So I just said that Steve transports toothpicks and his beehole across state lines, and that's what this is. This is who we are.
Welcome to Girl Gone Geek.
Welcome.
Welcome to Girl Gone
It's
Geek.
unfortunately or fortunately not the worst thing that's ever been said on Girl Gone Geek. So
enough.
we'll be fine.
That's fair enough. What were you going to say?
What were you
Oh.
going to say about
Oh, yeah.
Civil War?
No, Steve, Toothpick Steve, was telling me that his mom went to see Civil War, and he said her reaction, having watched it was the first Marvel movie that she had
Oh.
ever seen.
Okay.
How does
And
that work?
She doesn't apparently know any of the characters, really.
Yeah.
She just went to see it because it was
Lot
a
to
big
pick up.
blockbuster. And he said it was hilarious listening to her, in his words, try to describe what it was that she had seen.
Yeah.
She said, like, Robert Downey Jr., I didn't like the character they put him as. Like, he should have been somebody else. Or something. Something like
The
that.
guy who's
Just
played Iron Man
amazing.
forever.
And then the other thing was, she said, like, yeah, like, it was really exciting. There were big people and there were little people, and it was
Yeah.
great.
She's talking about one person.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Yeah.
It was
Amen.
awesome. So I had to mention that. Those are great
I
comments.
do wonder, though, like, you can't watch that movie
Yeah,
not having
in
already
isolation.
seen
Yeah.
all the other movies.
Right.
I don't know how it translates, because there's a lot of moments, like whenever Ant-Man's like comes
Yeah.
out of the van or whatever.
Spoilers.
Yeah, Ant-Man. Guys,
Ant-Man come out of the van.
Spoilers.
He's a
Ant-Man's in a
spoiler.
van, and he comes out of it, and he and
That's the plot twist.
That's it.
he and Sam have that conversation of he's like, oh, sorry about last time. Like, if you hadn't seen Ant-Man, you have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And earlier on, where Sam's like, oh, I know of a guy. Like, that's just the plot point of
Oh, I know a guy.
he knows a guy.
Sure, right.
And if you've seen Ant-Man, you're like, oh, I bet he's going after Ant-Man.
Yeah.
But if you haven't,
You're like, he knows Paul Rudd somehow.
They
yeah.
hang out on the side.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I'm going to be clicking these cough drops all over my teeth.
Oh, but
probably
that's
this
not
whole
allowed
episode.
on my podcast. So
Yeah, no cough drops on
You're
Girl
gonna have
Gone
to edit
Geek.
that out.
Okay.
Cough drops.
Okay.
Okay,
All
it's gonna
right.
be
So-
really weird.
So do you want to take host duties and make up some questions or something, or do something Girl Gone Geeky? Because I don't want it to just be.
I don't know if you've ever
Totally.
been on our podcast two
But-
times before, Nicole, or not.
Never.
Wait,
I'll throw questions.
Are you
out
the
there.
first 3-time guest? I think you might be, Joe.
Maybe.
Not that you would be expected to know our guest history, but Joe,
Yeah.
is she
I
the
think
first
so.
3 times? Yeah, I think so.
Normally, it's a
Woo!
complete, total free-for-all,
Right.
as our listeners know and as you know. But since this is also a crossover, if you wanna structure this even just a little bit for your listeners, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
No, I'm good.
No.
I started like
Yeah.
not structuring my podcast.
Nice.
Like we
Ah.
ask questions, but it just kind of
Yeah.
Yeah,
goes
it's
wherever.
Cool.
I mean, I could ask you questions like, "What came first, the chicken or the egg?"
Oh.
Obviously,
The egg.
it was the
The chicken.
What? No. You're telling me some chicken was born live out of its parent,
Yeah.
and then it had
Poof.
an egg.
No parent.
Poof. No parent.
No parent.
Just a
oh,
parent.
I see. Just poof chicken.
Yep. Poof,
Yeah.
chicken.
Oh, the old poof chicken move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. That's clever.
So when we were talking
No, it's
about
a poof egg move.
poof egg.
man.
I mean,
Poof
that
egg
sounds good to
chicken.
me. Poof egg.
That's the same. A poof egg.
So when you're talking
Sorry.
about somebody who hasn't seen something and seeing how ridiculous it is for them to try to describe it,
Yeah.
I think of that when you're trying to describe something to someone who doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I remember one time I was trying to describe Doctor Who to
Okay.
somebody who had like no idea.
That's a good one.
Not
Right.
even a little bit. And I was like, well, he's an alien who looks like a human
Yeah.
Yep.
who travels around in a police call box. It kind of looks like a porta potty.
Obviously.
And he
Yep.
has this little wand that goes.
Yeah. Similar.
Yeah,
A little bit more
I can't
dog-like.
remember.
Yeah.
But
What's it sound like?
I don't know. I can't do it.
Try.
I can't
Yep.
do it.
Is that a didgeridoo?
That's actually pretty good. I think.
Yeah,
Hey, thanks.
That's pretty nice.
You just whistle and you hum at
Mine
the
was
same
whoa,
time.
whoa, 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 whoa.
You sound like a dog who's
Yeah.
like skipping.
Yeah, I've seen one episode of Doctor Who ever,
Oh.
and I enjoyed what I watched.
That's why you
but-
can't do the noise.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly why you have to watch at least 6 episodes.
Then
I
you
did
can.
have to sample Doctor Who Wizard Wand.
Sonic screwdriver.
Yeah. I had to sample one for the intro of the Nerdstalgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right,
But-
right.
So that's the only.
But it's just funny
That's
when
it.
you're trying to explain something like they have names that have no relevance outside of the TV show.
Yeah.
So you're like, he flies around in a TARDIS.
Yeah.
And they're like, a what?
What?
It's 2016. You can't talk like that anymore.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but okay, so don't worry about what that word means. But anyway, he flies around and he fights all these Daleks, right?
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
And then there's like
Two hearts.
aliens and like robot men, but it's
Yeah.
like live action, so it's kind of cheesy but also cool.
So
Yeah,
who
that's the
who
point.
plays Doctor Who then? Well, depends on
Depends
what
on
season
which
you're talking about.
season, because
Yeah.
he regenerates in other people, which is actually a very genius thing when you're talking
It's
about a TV show.
So
right?
smart.
Yeah, because you can't explain it on James Bond movies, but you can in Doctor Who.
Right.
It has to
it's
be a
just a
fan
natural
theory.
thing that happens.
Yeah.
I really hope that they embrace the whole James Bond is just a position thing in those movies.
Yeah.
There was some talk about like getting a female James Bond.
Who was it?
There was talk about Gillian Anderson from
Yeah.
the X-Files.
Yeah.
I think
Have you
that'd be
seen
cool.
The Fall on Netflix?
I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's
but-
okay. I mean, you can watch it if you got some
but
extra
she
time.
puts on
Yeah.
she puts on her like British accent and she rocks it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
she's got it going on.
Nice. Yeah, I can see her.
Yeah, she knows how to
I
respond.
can see her.
I can see her. Yeah, I have eyes.
eyes.
Yeah,
I can see her.
I can see her.
Yeah, I can
Just
see
on TV. I've never seen her, but you know.
They were saying there was rumors of some other guy going around that was going to play James Bond.
Oh, Idris.
Oh no, Loki.
Loki.
Loki. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Loki.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Loki.
Tom
Tom
Hiddleston.
Hiddleston. Yeah.
Hiddleston.
We got Chris in the background.
Yeah.
He's helping us out.
Yeah.
Also, Jamie Bell.
Also,
yeah.
oh,
Who's
really?
that? Who does he?
He was the Thing. From the Fantastic Four.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
Short.
Well, he can only go uphill from there. Fantastic Four. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you guys want to talk about Fantastic Four for a second?
Did you watch Fantastic
Sure.
Four?
yeah,
Did you see
I've
it?
seen it multiple times.
Whoa.
Ironically, it's been
Wow.
on TV, and it's one of those things that like you can't turn away.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just on, and you're like, this is horrible.
I'm so intrigued by that movie
Yeah.
because it's one of those things where like obviously things went down in the production of that movie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The director had some like problems. He had problems with the studio. He had problems with the cast and crew.
Mm-hmm.
He was in too deep. His britches were the wrong size for that movie.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, the
great way to
movie
put
he
it.
wanted to make, they said no,
Right.
doo-dooed on it,
Yeah.
and then recut or refilmed the last third of his movie
Yeah.
without and kicked him out of the editing room. Like
Right.
that's why
at
that movie
point,
is
basically,
so
you're not even a
weird.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. So I'd love to see the first cut. Maybe it's not a great movie, but I'm sure it's like cohesive to what he was trying to make.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's not a bad filmmaker. I mean, have you
Right.
seen Chronicle?
No, I haven't.
You should. It's
Oh,
good.
that's
I'll
worth
watch
watching.
it.
Yeah, it's
You're
really
like,
good.
nah, you can check it out. It's all right.
It makes sense if you watch
But-
Chronicle, it makes sense why they were like, oh, Fantastic
Yeah.
Four for this guy. But
Oh, okay.
it just didn't.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
making this movie, and so many problems. Disney calls him up and says, "You're fired from making our standalone Star Wars movie." This dude is having some problems.
Like, I don't know if you could get worse news from like
In
anyone.
life,
Yeah, like
In
if
life.
Disney calls you and says,
Star Wars says,
You
"Hi,
suck. You're not
it's
doing
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars."
You can't come to the pool party."
Excuse me, this is Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, did you see, and I don't know if this is related to that, but with like Rogue One, they've cut out
Yeah.
a significant, they've like
Yeah.
called for reshoots of,
Like 4
A
weeks, like a
lot.
full month of
Yeah.
reshoots. That's a lot.
Really?
that doesn't sound promising.
Yeah. So essentially, here's the thing, though. The last interview I read was all these interviews are essentially saying Rogue One is so bad that Disney had to call for reshoots. I don't think it's a matter of it being bad. It's probably a fine movie, but they want it to capture the tone that Force Awakens also captured.
But it can't.
Right.
It shouldn't even.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
It doesn't have to. It can be.
Yeah.
It's like that's what's great about the Star Wars expanded universe
Right.
and blah 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 is that you can have like in Marvel you can have different genres.
Yeah, right.
Like this could be the Star Wars war movie, but I
Sure.
think what they're doing is they're doing reshoots in order to capture the spark that is that old Star Wars feel.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like the fact that they have another essentially lead female character in it.
Yeah, what's her name?
but it's-
Felicity Jones.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's super cool.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be good.
That's
but
the-
to
that's
me,
the-
I think a
that's-
lot of people are going to go in and try to compare it to The Force Awakens.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be like
It
that.
shouldn't be.
Wait, Felicity Jones is the actor's name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were joking about that
No.
being a character.
Is
You're
that
like,
it?
that's
I was
the
like,
character's name.
surely not.
She was Felicia Harding in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay.
She was going to be Black Cat in Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Okay. Weird.
I show you picture.
Weird.
I show you picture.
You see it. Look at it.
But it's just like these internet website magazine boys are like, we got to get those clicks. We
You
got
know
to get
them.
those clicks.
You know them.
I don't care if we tarnish the name of this movie. I don't care. But you know who does care? We the people.
We the people. Yeah.
We the people care. Why you have to crap on everything?
But
Like,
everybody wants
that's
over
what-
information. Is
That's
the
what
problem.
Yeah,
toilets
that's
are
the
for.
thing.
But
So we
it's
generate
over,
it.
It's over information. But like, I'm fine with over information as long as it's not just like total like just BS. This is terrible kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's just not.
Well, but it's supply and demand. There's a demand
Yeah.
for news about these movies.
It's a vicious cycle.
And yeah, exactly.
Pretty soon, BuzzFeed's going to have like 10 reasons why you'll hate this movie.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And then they'll list it out in 10 numbers.
And don't get me wrong, I want that stuff too. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Felicity Jones.
Felicity
Yeah.
Jones.
She know what up.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. I want that news too. I check those sites. I want to know. I don't want it to be negative, but like,
Yeah,
if
my
there's
my homepage on Safari is tmz.com.
right. I figured. I figured that. That makes
I
sense.
never took you as a celebrity gossip.
Oh, I definitely do. That tracks nicely with
die
what I
for
know
it.
about you.
I live and die for
Right.
it.
Okay.
Right.
Are you watching The Bachelorette?
No, The Bachelor.
Okay.
I'm more of a Bachelor kind of guy.
Is that on The Bachelor?
The Bachelorette's on.
Goodbye.
Bye, Chris.
We're saying bye to Chris. Bye.
Bye.
He came in and filmed us a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, yeah.
we
That's
were
the thing.
recording.
If you were at the, or if you go to the, don't die, Joe.
Excuse me,
If you
everyone.
go to the June 10th Bagged and Board premiere,
That's true.
you will see a little bit of clip from right now. Probably.
Inception.
He
that- is
already
that a thing?
left.
I know he left.
Then it won't be right now.
Oh, it'll be the past. It's
No!
always it's
That's
always
always the
already
past.
the past.
Using their time machines.
God, yeah.
It's happening.
I
It's
just
happening.
hate sometimes.
I just want to hate.
Just hate.
I just want to hate.
We're already like 22 minutes
That
into this thing, and we've
seems-
just been BSing
that
this whole
seems
time.
That's
plausible.
completely fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is fine.
I'm fine with that.
That is fine.
So, are you guys excited about Suicide Squad?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I saw the most recent trailer when I went to go see X-Men.
Was it the which one?
The one where at the end there's the.
I'm sorry.
It's the one.
Exactly.
It's the one. Is it the third one? The one after. Is this the real?
Yeah, it's not.
It's
It's
not
not
that
the
one.
Queen one.
It's the one with-
after
It's
it.
More-
the one at the end where they're at the bar and he's like,
Yeah.
"I'll have a water," and she's like, "That's
Yeah.
probably a good
Yes,
idea."
it's that one.
And it's got
Yeah.
more Batman in it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it's got Batman in
I'm-
it. You see more of the Joker in it, which I am so excited about. I don't care if
Yeah.
people shit on Jared Leto.
Yeah,
No, I'm ready.
I think
I don't.
he's.
I don't
I'm
care.
ready.
I
I'm
think.
ready.
I think he's going to be fantastic, but if he's not, then he's not.
There are
Whatever.
things I don't love about the choices they made, aesthetically, right now.
Yeah.
But just looking at photos,
I mean, maybe it'll make sense though. In
maybe
the
it'll make
context
sense.
of the movie.
I'm totally open to that, and I hope it does. I saw a picture. There's a picture of him just super buff and jacked that's been bouncing around of him as Joker.
You're
And
like,
I'm like, but he's got like a Batman logo on his
Really?
arm. Have you seen that?
That's kind of fun.
See, I like the idea that he would have Batman tattoos. That
Yeah.
makes me kind of like that.
More so than haha
Like-
tattoos.
Yeah, more.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm excited about his the big
See
grins
if I
on
can
his
find it.
forearms because he can like hold his
Hold
forearm
over
over
his
Oh,
his
right.
mouth.
Yeah.
Because that's
Are
funny.
you excited about it as well?
yes,
You're pumped
I
for it?
am, and that's really weird because I am traditionally not a Joker or a Harley Quinn fan. I actually hate both of those characters.
Interesting. Okay.
Don't know why.
Sure.
Just never really liked them. But I am stoked about this movie
Yeah.
and about Joker
Yeah.
and Harley Quinn. So
Maybe I'm naive, but like I just get psyched about them all. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'll
yes.
take anything. That
Why not?
yeah.
Right? Why not be psyched until if it lets you down, then that's fine.
But here-
It's let you
right.
down. But-
Because here's the thing, like when I first saw Batman versus Superman, I saw it twice in theaters. The first time I saw it, I was really disappointed because I had read so many reviews about
we
how
go.
just terrible it was,
Right.
and my bubble was burst or whatever. And I let that sit over a few days. I went and saw it again with Will. I liked it exponentially better the second time because I had gotten over that that original feeling of
Right.
oh well, this is going to be bad. This is
Right.
going to be bad.
right.
Oh, this is going to be terrible. If I'm going into a movie thinking this is going to be terrible, I'm not the kind of person that's going to be. I'm going to be overly critical. I'm not going
Right.
to be. I'm not going to be an audience member just enjoying what is being fed to me or whatever.
Yeah. Here's this picture. Folks listening can look it up on their own. Just Google Joker shirtless. I'm sure you'll find it. I don't know.
That
But anyway,
could get interesting.
yeah, exactly. But you can see on his left arm, I think he's got a Batman logo there. It's like kind of a classic one too. It's not even the Affleck logo. Do you see that, Joe? Yeah. So anyway, sort of interesting, but yeah, I'm pumped for that movie. I think it's gonna be cool.
I think it's gonna be really good.
I'm even excited for Will Smith to be in it. I'm
Yeah.
even excited for that.
Well, I feel like he'll be a nice balance to. Oh, dude, you know what? I'm a dummy. I just realized who Jay Courtney is.
Oh, he's in those. He's in the Fast and Furious movies, right? Isn't he? He's not. Oh,
maybe.
I don't know
I don't
who
know
he is.
who you're talking about.
The guy who plays Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang.
In Suicide Squad.
Because he looks so good. Did you see Terminator? The new Terminator?
No,
Genesis?
I didn't see that.
Did you?
No.
Did you see the Divergent movies?
Nope.
He was the douchebag guy on that was
Oh,
Thor's
okay.
nemesis or
Right,
whatever.
right.
Yeah, he's like super. Like I didn't recognize him because he looks so fun in this movie. but
Right.
he
I didn't
looks
realize that was
kind
the
of
same guy.
wild boy.
Yeah.
Yes, I admit that I've seen the Divergent movies.
Yeah, I saw the
me.
first two.
Yeah.
The first one was
Judge
better
me.
than the second one.
Super.
Did you watch the third one?
No.
Maybe?
How does it end?
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
honestly curious.
Spoilers for Divergent coming up.
Not really.
It was the
Yeah.
one where they travel. I saw the trailer. They go over the wall, and then they go into really clean people's houses. I think.
Sounds like an
This is
exciting
another
movie.
way the movie is described very well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome to me.
Sounds
People going
great.
into houses that are clean.
Yeah, they're cleaner than you
Sounds
would
good.
expect from.
Right.
So
From.
It's Harry from Dumb and Dumber's house.
Oh yeah, I would expect him to have a dirty house.
Right.
So
when Ben Affleck does a solo Batman movie,
Right.
what would you like to see?
I would like to see. I would love to see the Hush storyline,
Okay.
and I'd love for Matt Damon to play Hush.
You know
love
Matt
it.
Damon's going to be in it.
I'd love it.
Oh, that would
Let's
be good.
be honest.
Yeah.
No, don't give me that Matt Damon should play Robin stuff. No,
No.
Matt Damon should
No.
play Hush.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It'd be
See,
super good.
I
But
really-
I just want to see. I want to see the Joker involved. I just do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the Penguin.
You don't feel like he's
Penguin.
overused? I mean, I don't either, but
Overused?
Defend that.
No, yeah, no. I don't think. Here's the thing.
Be like, I don't agree with what I just said, but I
I
want
don't.
you to
Yeah,
defend
I'm
it.
just trying to.
I might be wrong, but I feel like he's going to be underused in Suicide Squad because it's not about him. I don't think he's the big bad.
No,
I
no,
think
no,
he's
surely
just.
not.
I think it's just establishing his character.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And I want to see. I want to see Ben Affleck just beat the tar out of his. You remember Fight Club where Jared Leto? I just felt like destroying something beautiful.
Right, yeah.
I want that to happen.
Yeah.
But I don't want Joker to ever stop laughing.
I see. Oh yeah, that would
That's
be fun.
what I want. I want to see that. oh yeah.
I really like in Batman vs Superman in the beginning when they're spoiler alert if you haven't seen that movie already. I don't know.
I feel
why.
like if you haven't seen it, you're probably
Yeah,
just not going
you're-
to watch it.
Yeah.
Whatever. When the cops are coming into like that dark abandoned room, and
Yeah.
then the bat is basically Batman is just climbing on the walls like a bat, and I'm
yeah.
like, that is amazing. And then
Yeah.
you don't see anything else like that in the rest of
Right,
the movie. And I was
right,
like,
right.
Well,
why?
I mean,
Right.
Why?
the rescue scene, you get kind of some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
You get some of that
here's-
Batman-y stuff.
Here's how I feel about it. I feel like Ben Affleck is the first time we've actually seen what, in my head when I think of Batman, I think it's the first time I've actually ever seen that in live action.
Uh-huh.
I think there are moments, for example, in Batman Begins, that moment where Batman's basically sneaking and pulling people out of that little drug.
The introduction.
The
scene.
introduction.
Yeah.
Of, that feels pretty Batman.
Yeah.
And there might even be moments in Batman '89 that are pretty Batman.
Yeah.
But other than that, like when I think of Batman, I'm probably thinking of like I don't know, like Jim Lee drawing the guy or Frank Miller.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's what we got.
Yeah. No, I think so.
I just don't know why we didn't bring in like the Bat credit card again.
Right.
Well,
that's what's been missing from these movies.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
since
that's what's been the main
1997.
problem. I think.
Clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly.
That's what's
Well,
wrong with
and I mean, yeah, I think your point about the Nolan movies is right. Like, I love those movies so much, but there's not a whole lot of that type of Batman in there. Sort
No.
of like horror movie
Right.
style, like he's terrifying. It's like he's very militaristic. It's very much like, oh, I got, this bodysuit and it's for soldiers and,
Yeah.
I need to be really ready to fight. And because he exists in this like realistic type world in those.
The thing about the
But-
Nolan movies, the only thing that I had trouble with, other than the fact that it was just they were good movies for being kind of Batman genre more so than Batman movies,
Right.
was the fact that I didn't believe that Christian Bale would actually do that.
Okay.
I didn't. I don't feel that he was messed up in the head enough to
Yeah.
dress up like a Batman.
Right.
Whereas I feel like maybe Affleck's Bruce Wayne might actually be.
Yeah.
He's just a little bit,
He's off.
little
He's
crooked,
not, yeah.
little crazy.
Right. Yeah.
Like, he might dress up like he's
Yeah,
weird.
he's weird.
He's
Yeah.
weird. You'd have to be really weird, and maybe that's asking too much. Maybe that's asking it for it to be too realistic. For someone to have to be really messed up to dress up like a Batman.
Christian Bale did play him pretty like psychologically sort of balanced. He wasn't
Right.
like off. You know.
He's pretty. Yeah.
He knew what he was doing, and he was pretty even keel in it.
Yeah.
But what do you want to see from Affleck's movie, Nicole?
No Superman.
Okay, right.
And I don't. I mean, I understand the practicality of the metal suit that he had,
Uh huh.
but I don't really like it.
Well, that's two
Give
birds.
us give us the cloth suit.
That's two birds,
Yeah,
one
it's-
stone. If you don't have Superman, you don't need
Yeah,
that
you
suit.
don't need the
right?
metal suit.
Yeah.
I did really like how. So I would like just to see some of the different aspects of Batman, like the darker Batman. And I know we've seen a darker Batman, but in terms more like
Yeah.
Bat-like
Uh-huh.
dark.
Yeah.
And then I actually thought it was kind of cool, even though it was the dream sequence when the desert scene
Yeah.
when he's dressed as kind of like, I guess,
He's got the trench coat.
deserty
Yeah.
kind of
Batman,
steampunk
Desert
Batman.
Storm.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like it just looked really cool.
Yeah.
It almost looked like, I don't know, let's do Batman with a Hawaiian shirt on again.
Yes. So like
How about we just
surf
make Batman
contest.
fun?
Yeah,
Surf
Batman.
contest between Ben Affleck and Jared Leto
Yeah.
in that movie. That's what I want.
I kind of feel like I don't want to lose the thing that Scott Snyder visually brings to the story.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Scott Snyder,
Yeah.
Zack Snyder. They're both they're both Batman.
They're both
Batboys.
Batmans. Yeah.
The thing that Zack Snyder brings to the table visually is the reason Affleck was this giant hulking, looks like Dark Knight Returns Batman is because
Yeah.
he's such a fanboy of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to lose that in the solo Batman.
Right.
I don't mind losing the fact that all he cares about that's an overgeneral, not fair. But I feel like he's more of a let's listen to some metal and write or direct
Who's
a Batman
Zack
movie.
Snyder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like Ben Affleck's a little bit more like I'm an autist. You know what I mean?
I bet he'd support that. I think Affleck would support that
Yeah.
caricature of. What
I just
he is.
want it to look.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it looking like it. I like the Snyder's set a precedent of what he thinks.
You want it to look like a Snyder movie, but play like an Affleck movie. Is
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
I can deal
if
with
you
that.
could make any superhero movie,
Oof.
what would it be?
Oh man. I don't know. You go first.
Hugo Strange. I'm just kidding.
Hugo Strange?
You said Hugo first.
Oh, Hugo first. I was like, really? A Hugo Strange movie? No Batman in it.
Weird.
Just
Any superhero movie, huh?
Yeah,
What are you, crazy?
I am.
You know what I would actually make? I would make a Green Arrow movie.
Oh, you stole my answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are a couple books that I would I don't know. Who was it that wrote that?
Diggle?
Yeah, Andy Diggle.
Andy Diggle? Yep.
Wrote some good
I know what
Green
you're thinking
Arrow.
of. Yeah. He wrote one called Year One that I think you're probably talking
Is
about.
that
Yeah.
weird that the guy's last name is Diggle, and
The
there's
Diggle-
a character named Diggle?
That's-
Diggle
in
was
the
named
TV
after
show?
Andy Diggle.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
So that's not weird because that's how
Yeah.
he got
Yep.
that name. Got it.
Direct
So-
relationship.
So
Yep.
the only thing is that movie played, or that book played. Spoiler alert. Essentially, he was a lot more of a kind of spoiled brat, long-haired, blonde beard guy that gets washed up on this island or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And he gets hurt. I don't remember how he gets hurt, but this girl saves him, and he gets addicted to like opiates in order for him to like as a painkiller.
Right.
Yeah. That plays back to like
pretty
the
interesting.
drug stuff in the earlier Green Green Arrow, Green Lantern title.
Speedy
right?
is a junkie.
Yeah.
What?
There's always drug problems with
But
Green Arrow's
I don't know
universe.
how I would cast it, but I want to see a Green Arrow movie that's based more so on the Green Arrow comics and less so on let's try and find a cool substitute for Batman on TV.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Stephen Amell does a good job at that.
I like
him.
him.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I'm his Facebook. I'm a fan on his Facebook.
Yeah.
And he's always posting videos and
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm like, this dude knows how to work it. And I will say, Steven has. I'm sorry, I'm taking over this podcast right now.
You're
I'm
fine.
ready.
Steven is in.
Call him Steven. Keep going.
Steven is in the day and age of. He knows that he is Oliver Queen. He's Green Arrow.
Yeah.
This isn't just a part he's playing. While
Right.
he's in this show, like he understands that he's going to do superhero workouts and
Yeah.
post them on Facebook.
Yep.
He's
Right.
going to, basically just live this part, and that's just fun.
He
for
Robert
us
Downey
to
Jr.
watch.
did.
Yeah. Well, and he's
Exactly.
been like super repping Turtles lately too,
Oh,
and
right.
posting stuff because
Yeah.
it comes out Friday.
Right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
why not totally embrace the thing that you're. You
Yeah.
know,
Totally.
Go for it.
But
Yeah.
as much as I like him, I also really like this left wing kind of
Right.
brattier version, I guess. Of,
Right.
Even as an older man, he's kind of like he disagrees a lot with the rest of the. And in those books, there's an Arrow family, just like the Bat family.
Right.
There's like Speedy and what's her face.
What's her face?
What's her name?
I'm glad we both went there. Yeah.
What's her name?
Blah, 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 blah,
The
blah,
girl
blah.
that's she's a street she's a prostitute, and Green Arrow kind of saves her from that life or whatever. She's got like HIV. What's
I
her
don't
name?
know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Her name is
When you say
Old prostitute
Durden.
girl.
Durden.
What's his sister's name on the show?
Thea?
Thea. It's
Thea.
Mia Durden.
Oh, okay. All right.
She was kind of a
Conglomerate,
a
yeah.
conglomerate of characters from the comics, but
Yeah. What superhero movie would you make if you could make a movie?
Oh, that's a hard one. I was hoping you were going to answer before I did.
I can if you want me to.
No, I got it.
You got it. Go for it.
I got it.
You got it.
I would like to see Silk.
Okay.
I'm a big Silk fan. That would be cool. I think it'd be a good maybe TV show versus a movie.
yeah. I've never read any of that.
Or I've been reading Mockingbird lately,
Samesies never have.
Yeah.
which I think would be really, really good.
What is Mockingbird about? I don't even know.
So Mockingbird, so I've read 2 of the books so far. She's kind of she is a badass, hence being a superhero.
Right.
I don't know. She's just really cool. She can beat people up,
Yeah.
and she doesn't take shit from anybody else. So
Both
it
good
looks like
qualities
it'd be cool.
in a superhero.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nice.
Into that. I
I'll
wonder.
have to
if,
check that out. What imprint is that on, or what company is that? Do you know?
It's Marvel.
Oh, it's Marvel.
Is
Okay,
it a newer
cool.
thing or an older thing?
Mockingbird. It's newer. They just started it maybe a couple months ago.
Cool.
I wonder if there's any increase in sales just because of like Mockingjay. You ever thought about that?
Was it on Free Comic Book Day? Did they give away a
They might
I
have.
might have listened to
They
a
might
podcast
have.
that talked about that, but I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's cool.
one of the newer books from Marvel. I mean, she's an existing character, but it's one of
Okay.
the newer books from Marvel.
Yeah.
To get her solo book.
Nice.
And just the artwork's really rad, so I think it would be depicted pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be cool.
Let's see it. I want to
Yeah.
watch
Okay, I'll get right on that.
Make it.
I'll
Just
get right
make
on
it. Just make it, Nicole.
Make it.
Just
Why
make it.
haven't
Make
you made
that.
it?
Come on, just make it.
I just want to make it so other people can shit on it.
Yeah, totally.
it. Isn't that
Make it, but make it better.
Yeah. Why can't you make this better?
Make
I don't
it.
know.
Make it, but I
really
already don't
know.
like what you made.
Yeah.
So I have 2 answers. One's short. One is the all new, all different Avengers that they have coming out. I actually haven't even read any of it, but I thought the lineup was cool, so that might be fun.
Okay.
Like Thor right now. Thor's female right now, right?
Baby Thor,
Yep.
And Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Miss Marvel, and like all those characters.
Miss Marvel
I
would
thought
be
that
really cool to
yeah.
see in a movie or a TV show,
For
just
sure.
because
Yep.
it's a very different background and scenario than
Yeah.
a lot of the current characters. That I'd just
Absolutely.
be really interested to see some of the conflicts and things that she deals with.
You could do some really interesting stuff with that
Yeah.
character. For
Did you
sure.
see that there's rumor going around about who's cast as Captain Marvel?
Oh, I did see
not
that.
Captain
not Miss
Marvel,
Marvel.
not Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Right. Carol Danvers, essentially.
Yeah.
No. Let's see.
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson. Okay. What was she in?
I don't know.
I've heard that name, but
The name
I'll
is
show you.
really familiar.
but so that's my short answer. But my real answer is this tracks along with something you were saying. I would like to see a definitive, non-origin, well done Superman movie. That's what I
Okay.
would like. I would like we don't get any time on Krypton. We're already fully going. He's a reporter. Have Lex Luthor in there, do it right, make him essentially capture some of that like Steve Rogers-y, where like he's upstanding and he believes in goodness, but he's not silly or naive, right?
Right.
Like make him believe that good things can happen, which he kind of didn't as much in this last movie. Like the definitive Superman movie. I would
Right.
love to
Right.
see that
What
with
makes
Henry
people
Cavill.
like him? Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is that I don't think people thought that could be done in this day and age until Chris
Captain
Evans
America.
cracked
Yeah.
the code on.
Yeah, right.
Because in Civil War, dude, he would make a fantastic Superman.
Dude, yeah,
And
I mean,
just his character.
A lot of
so
character
good.
similarities there.
He
Yeah.
doesn't drop the ball one time on his like character.
Yeah. Well, and I think Henry Cavill could do that. I like Henry Cavill,
I like him too.
but I think he
Yeah.
would have to have like
the
you know,
Russo brothers directing him.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody writing him that knew Superman better
Yeah.
or got the point of him.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I have two more answers.
Okay.
Do it.
This cough drop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your sea of cough drops you have there.
As much as I'd like to see a Green Arrow movie, I'd love to see a Barbara Gordon movie.
Oh, good
I
answer.
want to
Yeah, I like that.
see, and I'm psyched that Harley Quinn is getting a movie because Birds of Prey. How
Yeah.
can you make a Harley Quinn movie without
Right.
Black Canary, Batgirl? They're so good. They're great characters, and until now, like people have been afraid to have female fronted movies, but now the newest two Star Wars movies are going to be female fronted. Jennifer
They're
Lawrence
like, oh, weird.
is God's
People
first cousin.
like these things.
That's weird.
What?
Hey,
Shocking.
I guess this is a Girl Gone Geek episode. Hi-oh! But yeah, Barbara Gordon. Give me Barbara Gordon. I want to see a little bit of origin, but I'd rather it be shown in flashbacks. I just want her to be on the streets.
Right.
I want her to. I want her tech to be less so than Batman's. I want her to have her to just be super smart
Gotcha.
and quick enough with a batarang.
So you
know
want
what I mean?
You want Batgirl.
I want Batgirl.
You want Batgirl.
That would be
Gotcha.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would back a Batgirl anything.
Yeah.
I would love it.
That would be
I
really
would
cool.
love it. The other one was I thought of before when you were saying the Avengers movie, but
Yeah.
I've already forgotten what it was.
If it comes back,
I'll bring it back.
you'll be right. So, Nicole, tell us about the San Diego.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
We should talk about that.
I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
San Diego.
So I did this last year on a whim, and then I decided to go ahead and do it again this year because we're going to be going to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So I actually sponsored a party that they're doing preview night. It's this website called San Diego Comic Con blog.com.
There you go.
It's
.com.
essentially it's actually sdccblog.com.
Yeah.
But it's the place to go for all information in regards to like best way to make it around the con, how to
Yeah.
get hotels, how to get certain deals, what exclusives are out there, all the things that you cannot find
Yeah.
on San Diego Comic-Con's actual website.
Right.
So just amazing people that run it. Anyways, they do a preview party on Wednesday night, or on preview night.
Yeah.
So I sponsored that last year. I sponsored it again this year. So
Yeah.
I have an ad running on their website for the entire month of June, which is perfect time when everybody is trafficking on there. So if you're listening
Yeah.
to this because you've clicked on that link,
Good job.
Click.
Good
Sorry.
job.
Good job.
You made
Sorry,
it.
this is the
and
one
you're
you got.
still listening, even
Oh,
with these
man.
guys on here.
I'm like
Go-
coughing into the
go-
mic and like
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thanks for making it. Go ahead and click that subscribe button.
Yeah.
like and
Might
hey,
as
hey
well.
guys, this is Tanner. Like and subscribe. Click that thumbs up button and we'll keep it coming.
Yep.
That's the
What?
the YouTube guy persona.
Okay.
Hey guys,
Okay.
This is Tanner.
This is Tanner.
I feel like
and,
his name would be like Tad.
Tad. Ooh, that's also
might be
good.
a Tad.
Chance.
There you go.
Chance.
I like that. Chance.
guys,
When I hear
this-
Chance, I just think Homeward Bound, though. That's
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Dogs?
Who was it? Michael J. Fox? Was that it? Was he Chance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The spunky one. Yeah, that was good.
He's a pit bull.
Well, that'll be sweet. So you'll be there at the party, right?
Yeah, I'll
Nice.
be at the party. So if you're in San Diego, I don't know, leave me a message on the
yeah.
podcast, send me a message on Facebook. But yeah, I'll be at the party. I plan on taking my recording equipment with me too.
Sweet.
There's a few people I think I'm going to hit up while I am there that I've already talked to.
Yeah.
And then just kind of covering different things because it's literally like the Disney World of all pop culture.
Yeah.
it
There's
is.
a lot of things that they preview there. A lot of cool exclusive toys that you can get as well and collectibles.
Yep.
Her Universe does like a big fashion show. Marvel does like a Women in Marvel panel, among other things. Pretty
Yeah.
much any movie coming out will have some crazy panel with all the actors.
Yeah.
Tons of booths, tons of cosplayers.
Sounds intimidating.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff.
I at San Diego Comic-Con, there's something there for everybody. I went. I've been once, and it was my mom and dad and I went, and we went not knowing what to expect.
Right.
We had never been to a big con before. That was like our first
And
one.
that's like the mega con.
The mega con.
Yeah.
And since then, my dad and I, we've gone to New York Comic Con. We've been to a few more. We even went to the Superman Celebration Festival. Have you
Okay.
ever- in Metropolis, Illinois. Have you ever been?
No.
It's like a town of population Tyre, honestly, like nobody there. But they've changed the name of their town to Metropolis just to attract people. They've got a big statue of Superman.
That's amazing.
Last year, Dad and I went, and Katie Lotz, you know who that is? White Canary.
Okay, yeah.
She was a guest there. And then Iris West was a guest there from
Okay.
Flash. That was her character name. But so we went, and we were looking at the schedule or whatever, and I'm a aspiring film composer, and they had like several different film composer panels.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Howard Shore was there talking about his scores for the Lord of the Rings movies. Bear McCreary was there, who's he's the composer for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a show called Defiance on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead. And he recently just scored 10 Cloverfield Lane. Yeah, it does a bunch of other stuff too. But my mom and I went and just listened to these dudes just talk about their process, and like
It's so interesting,
There's
though,
something there
especially
for
with something.
everybody.
Yeah. Because, like, so this will be our third time going to San Diego Comic-Con. We went once several years ago. We went last year, which it's easier to get tickets if you went the year prior, but it's still
Yeah,
a
'cause
lottery
you get the
system.
window,
yeah,
right?
you get the earlier window, but it's still luck of the draw.
yeah.
When we looked out, we were able to get all 4 days. We didn't get preview day this time, but there's so many good panels. And we found some where it was different people from like Nerdist Industries talking about podcasts and some of
Yeah.
the video blogging that they
Yeah.
do, which it's just kind of cool to hear their thought process and how they do things.
Yeah, my dad and I wandered into Hall H toward the end of the time we were there, just because like we were tired of walking, and we're just like, let's just wait to get into Hall H. As soon as we get in there, Harrison Ford pops on the stage, and he's
Right.
talking about Ender's Game or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is just cool, right?
Yeah, it's
just
crazy.
Cool. Yeah.
Last year they did. We didn't wait in line for Hall H at all last year. We did the time before that, but for Star Wars, obviously had the longest wait for Hall H.
Yeah.
But they did something really rad for all those people that were in there. It was the last panel of the day. So they had, like John Boyega and Daisy Ridley and Harrison Ford and everyone up there.
Yeah.
But then once the panel was done, they took them outside to basically the bay, and the San Diego Orchestra was out there, and they played the Star Wars score.
Yeah.
Actually,
Kevin Smith.
that was not the last.
Oh,
panel
that's
of
not
day.
the last one. That's right. Yoga
Yeah.
Hosers was
Yes,
next, and
'cause-
nobody stayed in there because everyone
yeah.
went out for the thing.
And,
Yeah, and that panel went up as a podcast, and I listened to it, and it's like there's some audience.
There's some in there.
There's some audience,
like
but
Harley Quinn Smith was talking to her dad because she had never been, I don't think, and she was essentially saying, "What are you mad about? There's tons of people out there," and he's like, "You don't understand. Like Hall H is the hall
Right.
of all. Like
Yeah.
it's the
like typically that
top
would
of
have
the
still
top.
been packed for
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
it's
I
just.
mean, come on, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, come on.
Kevin, listen up.
come on.
why did they put him after Star Wars?
Listen,
though? Why
I
did they
don't
do
know.
it
That is
before? That was
weird.
kind of
Yeah.
dumb.
We know you didn't put a ton of effort into Yoga Hosers. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
There's a bratwurst Nazi.
And it's him.
That's him.
It's him.
It's like, listen,
From what I hear, I think so.
I've seen a trailer, and the
I
little
didn't watch
bratwurst
the-
has
yeah.
arms and talks, and he wears a Nazi uniform.
you can promote it all you want,
Right.
but you probably didn't try crazy
We're
hard.
just watching it because you made it.
Right.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's
to
like,
be honest.
that'd be like if you made
Right.
a movie and
Right.
I'm like, I'm not going to watch your movie.
right. Yeah. No, you'd have to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when your buddy makes a movie, you know?
You're gonna go see it.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's gonna happen.
Exactly. Did you watch Tusk? Speaking of Kevin Smith movies,
I didn't.
did you watch that?
I didn't.
You should
It's
watch
weird.
that. It's super
I've
weird.
heard it's weird, but I've heard it's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's worth watching. I mean,
It's just like
it's not like it's
if
good.
I were watching as like a film critic, I would have been like, okay, this is it's the tones are
confused.
confused.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm feeling weird and grossed out and scared. The next point, I'm feeling like I'm in like some sort of slapstick comedy, like just like
Yeah,
night and day.
I
and,
didn't
like,
know what it was. Yeah.
But then if I watch it as a Kevin Smith fan, I'm like, huh, that was fun because I kind of heard like the podcast. They were talking about getting the idea to make it,
Right.
and they just made it really quick. And
He's made a thing where it's almost like you watch his movies just to think about him making the movie.
Right.
Like you're not really just
Yeah.
paying attention to the art, you're paying attention to the process. He's made the process
Yeah.
his thing that he sells.
Right.
and that works for me. Like that's
yeah,
fun,
it's fine.
yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, it's for sure.
It seems like
So-
Yoga Hosers is more along the same plane as Clerks was.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Now I know he said
Maybe.
something like,
Yeah.
it's-
kind of.
he's like, it's like a genre bent version of like, it's like the Canadian monster movie version of Clueless.
What does that even mean?
Right.
I don't
exactly.
know, but like
those are just words smashed together.
that actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it. Well, it's
Oh,
got
sure.
doesn't it has Johnny Depp in it again, right?
Same character.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So,
man.
speaking of comedies,
Yeah.
if you could make, and I'm going to tie this back to superheroes because I always think about this. If you could make a comedy like
You
a
just
sitcom,
reminded me of what I was going to talk about. My other movie. It wasn't
What-
actually not a movie, but I'll get to that.
Yeah. So if you could make like a comedy type sitcom with superheroes,
Oof.
Okay,
what
I'll,
would you do?
I'll use it as my
Ooh.
answer. It's not necessarily a sitcom. It would be more of a single camera style, not like multicam,
Right,
like
okay.
super sitcom-y. But did you read any of the Matt Fraction Hawkeye?
Yes.
It's
A little.
It's super fun. It's super. It's super contained in each episode. Like each issue, it starts out. Okay, this looks bad. It starts right in the middle of the action, and it's some like wild and wacky thing Hawkeye kind of got involved
Right.
in. And the whole premise of the the book is the fact that Hawkeye is the Avenger that like can't do anything.
Right.
He's not a super guy. He shoots arrows. He's like he kind of sleeps around. His life just is not together.
That's why he's awesome.
But he always comes out on top.
Right.
Yeah.
And anytime he gets in too big a trouble, the Avengers can kind of bail him out. And like give me
It sounds like a great friend.
Yeah. Exactly.
please please give me like a Netflix show with Jeremy Renner playing that version of Hawkeye.
Right.
That would be cool.
There were moments in Civil War where he was just kind of like, he's funny. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he comes
They pulled
in
on that a little bit
that,
more.
That moment
Yeah.
where he's like got vision, like, and he is his like when he's just gets there. I'm like, yeah, give me a show where each episode starts. Okay, this looks bad.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
Like, just I mean, I know like that was the one thing I was super bummed about in Age of Ultron is to. Sure, it's nice that he has a family or whatever.
Right.
But I was bummed that I wasn't going to get that version of Hawkeye.
Right.
That I wasn't going to get this like, dude, you're a screw up, but somehow like you save the day.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I would watch that.
I would love
see
it.
that.
I would love it, and I think it needs to be. It doesn't need to be a movie. It needs to be
Serialized.
serialized.
Like, yeah.
Each it needs to be very contained. Villain of the week.
Yeah.
But you could still kind of but it was not sitcom, but it would be be funny.
It would still be
Yeah.
funny. See, I think I said this when we were talking about Civil War.
Yeah.
After seeing like Ant-Man and Vision,
Yeah.
and like the newer Spider-Man, like to me, I just see in my head that I would like to see him like 7 superheroes picked to live in a house,
Oh,
and like I
nice.
would just like to see what that would look like on
Yeah.
a daily basis.
Yeah.
Or like a Three's Company type
Yeah.
scenario
Yeah, sure.
with like Vision trying to figure out how to be essentially human, but not really.
Yeah.
Ant-Man being Ant-Man.
The humor in Civil War is on point.
It is.
Yeah.
Because it's all just very situational. It's very kind of like quote unquote relatable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Vision's just like he's like, I've actually never tasted anything before, so I'm he's trying his
right,
best.
right.
Where Peter Parker's like, this grant, is there like money involved or? And it's just it's funny.
Yeah, it's good.
So good. It
Yeah.
feels good to watch.
The humor is on point for that.
Yeah.
I think if I were gonna do that show, what I would do is something like superhero adjacent, like something in the world of superheroes. So here's what I'm thinking: we do a character that's kind of like Night Nurse from Marvel, right?
Okay.
So someone who like patches. I've been watching a lot of Scrubs, so this is where this is coming from. But like someone who like patches up the superheroes, but it's like in a like kind of Batman '66 style world.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like serious superheroes. It's like silly stuff. Somebody slipped on something. Or
Batman's
something,
got
Yeah.
a battering
Yeah,
stuck in his behind.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like,
Stuff like that.
how'd you do that? How'd you
Yeah.
get that in there?
But it's-
Superhero ER.
Yeah, exactly.
basically what it is.
Exactly. Something like that. So
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
There's supposed to be some TV show. I read an article maybe like a month
I know what you're
ago.
talking about, yeah.
It's called Powerless.
Okay.
Is that the DC show or?
That's the DC show.
Oh, I have
where
It is a
everyone,
sitcom, right?
It's like
Yeah.
The Office, right?
Yeah, but
Or
it's
something?
it's based around a superhero world, but
Yeah.
the
It's a
main
mockumentary
characters in
style?
it are not
Yeah.
superheroes.
Yeah.
So-
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna play that up.
Is it
I don't
out
know.
already, or is it coming?
I think
Yeah.
it's coming.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sounds cool. I would definitely. I would do that. I would be into that.
Excuse my coughs, everyone.
Don't die.
Yeah.
Don't die.
I promise it's not. It's not. What's that? Zika.
Zika.
It's
Yeah.
not Zika.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
Thank you.
Why is that?
Doesn't feel like Zika.
Okay.
Doesn't feel like it. I
Right.
can just tell.
Clearly, yeah, for sure. Hey, I know what we should do. We should. We just discussed this the other day. We should choose a podcast that's not one of ours
Yeah.
to throw out, so the listeners should go listen to
Yeah.
right now. Which one are we going to go with? Which other DNN podcast are we going to go with? Who gets the privilege
Yeah.
of us doing it? Because this is double trouble right now.
It is.
They're
I mean,
getting
they're going to
double-
hear it twice.
I saw
Double
the guys
promo.
from Bagged and Bearded the other day post about how many downloads they had or whatever.
Yeah.
So they don't need our help. Screw you guys.
They're doing pretty good.
No, that's a good one, but I don't want to waste it on someone who doesn't
Right.
appreciate it.
Well, we got a few
I hate
new-
those guys.
We have a few new ones. You have Powerbomb.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
Kill-
But he was our
Kill
last
Screen?
episode.
Oh.
He was our last guest. He wasn't your last guest. He was our last guest, so he's
I'm
already
trying to
had
think.
his plug.
Was he on my last podcast?
Was he?
It was either the last one or the one before that, and I lose track.
What about
Yeah.
Kill Screen? They're pretty new,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I
Kill Screen Cinema,
I haven't actually listened
brought
to
to you
their
by the
stuff yet.
DNN.
Yeah.
I've
But
listened to a
it's,
couple
I
of
heard
them.
it's pretty funny.
I've listened to a couple of them. Yeah, they're good.
I could
For sure.
imagine. It's just fun to be in a room with Kent Carney and
Well,
just
that is
listen
true.
to him listen
Yeah.
to him talk.
Yeah,
I enjoy any time that he'll come on my podcast and
Yeah.
talk.
yeah.
He's
for
only
sure.
been on. Sorry. I'm getting over this thing. It's
coughing.
like it's just this Zika thing. And
You said it wasn't Zika.
but we need to have Kent on sometime because he was on. We did a group episode with Matt and April and Kent.
Oh, okay.
And it's like
Like a year ago,
yeah,
probably.
it was probably
Almost.
more than a year ago.
Yeah.
Is that the one we really want to pick though? Kill Screen Cinema. Is
Well,
that
we've
really
already
the one?
mentioned them, so that's up. So if you've got
We
another
mentioned
one,
like 3.
yeah, exactly.
I did do their intro track, so
Yeah.
it goes wow wow like that.
There you go.
Hey.
So whenever you hear that, you can imagine me
Writing it.
coughing my lungs up,
Yeah.
writing it.
Who did you want to promote, Joe? Who were you? Who did you shove Kill Screen Cinema out of the way?
Let's see. It's
to
not.
promote?
It's not going to be Barrow's podcast.
You're just gonna name them all.
No, I'm going to go with Groove Machine. Necessary.
Oh yeah,
Neurosis.
necessary neurosis.
His
Yeah.
podcast is actually really good compared to all that other.
Well, it's a little bit of a different
It's a different
style.
vibe. Yeah.
No, it is. The
And
thing-
different vibe.
The thing I like about his podcast is that it can almost be a little awkward to listen to because like they go play. When
Yeah.
I was a guest on his show, and afterward we got into like anxieties and like stuff like that, and I had kind of forgotten some of the struggles I had
Right.
and still have. Like I have daily struggles with anxiety, but I've kind of trained or conditioned myself to not really think of it as that.
Right,
So it's
right.
more so just something that happens throughout the day.
Yeah.
But talking to him is like, oh wow, I had that happen like 20 minutes ago, and
Right.
I didn't relate it to that.
Yeah.
And also just said a bunch of stupid stuff because like you just feel so comfortable with
Yeah,
him.
Yeah,
exactly,
he
you
asks
know?
really good questions, and it's always kind of
Uh-huh.
interesting to reflect on that.
Did you get to that point when you were doing your episode? I listened to a little over half of your episode, but I didn't finish it, to be honest.
Oh, it must not have been that great.
Very sorry.
Yeah, it was probably just.
No.
Yeah, no, he Will's not very. He's not a good boy.
He's not a good boy.
Good boy.
Well, you're a good boy. It's fine.
But did you feel that way about yours? Because I remember, like, he did ours back to back, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to listen to mine. Like,
I didn't
not
listen.
gonna-
I didn't listen to mine,
yeah.
I didn't listen to him.
and not because
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird to listen to it.
Oh,
like,
okay. Just
I
in
don't. I
general.
don't have an
Yeah.
issue listening to like my podcast or like yours
Sure.
when I'm on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's just because it's more personal stuff. Not that I'm afraid to share that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, the only reason I didn't listen to mine, but the only reason I would listen to mine is just to reassure myself that I didn't come off stupid. So I could say, okay, maybe
That's
I'll-
actually why I brought you here today.
Oh my God.
Intervention.
Yeah, I did listen to Will's though. He did come off stupid.
Right.
Okay.
So
Okay. So then you're in the
yeah,
clear.
I'm in the clear. His
Yeah.
was dumber than mine.
So we're pushing necessary neurosis.
I think.
Yes.
I think that's
no,
good.
well, that one.
Nope,
I don't like that
nope,
one.
nope. You can't veto two.
Yeah.
That's the one.
So how about you just check out the website and listen to all of them?
That's right.
Or find
No,
an episode
I'll-
that looks like it speaks to you.
Let's
Yeah.
do necessary neurosis.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I love that it's like we have control over the listeners.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's the one I have to do.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. So it's just really cool. It's a one-on-one interview
Yeah.
standpoint that Eric does.
Yep.
Asks some in-depth questions and kind of picks
Yeah.
people's brains.
Totally.
He bears it all.
He does.
Yeah.
He exposes himself on it.
Good thing it's audio.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Otherwise, couldn't go up.
It gets a little awkward.
Couldn't go up. Couldn't
Yeah.
be on iTunes.
Nope.
Yeah.
Otherwise. Yeah.
Have you guys listened to Sean and Patrick's About Time?
I haven't
yet?
heard
I
that
haven't
I
yet.
haven't
I've seen him
either.
post some stuff about it.
I
and
imagine
Sean and
it's probably
Patrick always
pretty funny.
hilarious. So
Yeah. Is it a theme? Do you guys know? Is it like around something, or is it just them? Whatever they
I
want.
think it's just whatever, like
Whatever they want.
just
Spitballing
comedy.
and-
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I think they rehashed the sex ed episode of Nerdstalgia.
Oh, good,
This one.
good. I think that was the first episode of Nerdtalgia I ever heard. That was before.
Whoa,
I,
that's a good way to break in.
Yeah, that was
bef-
mine too,
That was
actually.
before I knew who anybody was, and so it was even more captivating because I didn't know any of these names or anything.
Right.
I didn't know.
Who is
I didn't
this
know who
person?
Brian was, and so I remember like I was jogging on Bardstown Road and I was listening to it, and everybody just must have thought I was out of my mind because I was just laughing out loud and jogging down Bardstown Road.
You looked like every other person that we have
That's
walking
true.
up and down
That's
Bardstown
true.
Road.
Yeah, that's true. Lost in the crowd.
Yeah, but don't listen to Nerdstalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they've heard the one that Brian was on, and he's like singing his own Nerdstalgia song to auto-tuned.
Yeah.
Nerdstalgia, the show to listen to. Nerdstalgia's where it is.
That's pretty
Everybody likes Nerdstalgia in their lives.
Did he just make that up on the fly?
He did.
He did.
Well, he asked me to put auto-tune on his channel.
Right.
So I did, and then I hit record, and that's what happened.
Yep, it was great.
Yeah.
I've never experienced doing autotune. I don't know if I could handle that.
Do you want to try it real quick?
Yeah, you do.
Do
yeah,
I? Do
you
I?
do.
Do
Yep,
I?
You clearly do.
I have to pause it. That is very weird. You guys are being so weird. Okay, let me find a key for you guys.
What is going on?
I really hope someone.
It's just echoing.
All right, let me find Nicole's.
Hello.
Hello. Hold on. We're gonna sing a chord. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on. Maybe I should be here.
No.
This was getting tricky.
What's wrong, everyone? Huh? What is going on? Oh. So, what's your favorite comic book of all time?
That is a great question.
Saga.
Saga.
I can't stop.
I like Saga. Saga's pretty good.
I read some of Saga.
You sound funny.
What about my voice sounds funny?
Oh no.
I really hope
I do my podcast in autotune.
Roger. We kind of sound like the droids on the prequels. I'm sorry. This has gone downhill.
This is
really
weird.
Oh,
Will.
I really hope someone fell asleep to this podcast.
All right, I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna open up the
open
door.
up.
We sound like Imogen Heap.
This is
Off the rails.
Off the rails.
off the rails.
Okay, should we turn it off for a minute?
I think so.
All right.
To all the regular Girl Gone Geek listeners who are just joining for this episode, oh God, I'm just so sorry.
I think that's all we have to offer as the
That's
Villain
it.
District
I'm not-
podcast is
I'm not
autotune.
sorry.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It just reminded me, there's this video of Mr. Rogers, and they took like words and then auto-tuned it.
Yeah.
And it makes this really rad song.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you look up like Mr. Rogers auto-tune, it'll
Yeah.
pull up the video. It's really funny.
Yep.
Oh man,
Oh yeah.
that was all over the place. Whew.
I couldn't even talk because I couldn't stop laughing.
No, I know.
I know.
Yeah, that's
The only way
ridiculous.
you'd be able to do it is to take your headphones off and just have a conversation and
That's
let the
true.
autotune take it where it
Right.
needs
and
to
let
go.
the audience just turn it off.
Yeah. So if you lasted through that.
Yeah, if you lasted through
Bravo.
that, man, you are.
Yeah, maybe I'll edit
trooper.
it down just a hair.
Okay.
Whatever.
No.
No.
Let it. Leave it alone.
No.
Leave it alone.
Just let it fly free.
Yeah, just let it
Absolutely.
happen.
Absolutely.
Everybody's going to want to be on our podcast now just to play with autotune.
I just want to be able to do that on mine now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime.
You just might find.
You get auto tune.
You get
Right?
autotune.
No, how that goes. I know that song.
What else?
Oh my goodness.
Cool. We're at an hour 10.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to cover?
I don't know. We pushed a podcast. We talked about
did.
San Diego stuff.
We
that
did.
Nicole has coming up.
We did.
We got
where are you going for work?
Oh, I'm going to Poland.
Oh, Poland
in like a couple of
Poland.
days.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm going to eat pierogies and Polish sausage.
Woo!
Oh, okay.
Sounds awesome. Sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
I've only ever been to Canada very briefly.
I don't know if you know,
6 of 1.
but Canada's not near Poland.
No, well, I just meant
No, Poland is-
outside of the United
Password.
States.
Or
Poland is-
passport.
No, I
You
just
need
meant
a password to get
Yeah.
there. It's very secret.
yeah. The only time I've ever been out of the United States was to go to Canada briefly. Other than that, I've been to Puerto Rico, but that doesn't
That
count.
doesn't really count. That's technically part of the U.S.
It is across the ocean.
It's true. I suggest you try to go to London in England. It's
I would
beautiful.
love to.
Oh,
I
I wanna
loved
do
it.
that.
We went last year for like 2 weeks, and I didn't want to come home.
Did
Yeah.
you do like a scheduled like trip kind of thing, or did you just wing it? You
No,
just did some
we
stuff?
actually rented an apartment through Airbnb
Cool.
in Center City, London, which is Zone 1,
Yeah.
which their public transit is great. So we just used that the whole time we were there. Did a bunch of stuff within London,
Yeah.
and then because there's plenty of stuff to check out.
Yeah.
And then we did a few bus tours and went to like out to Bath and Stonehenge and to this little town called Laycock, which was really cool looking.
Sweet.
And then we did the Harry Potter studio tour.
Oh, that's
Which
yeah,
was
You
awesome.
got to.
Yeah.
You got to.
And at the time we were there, they told us that Star Wars was filming within a mile radius of where we were.
Yeah.
And actually right across from where the lot was and the road, there's this giant set that looked like something from Star Wars. And then after seeing the movie, I'm pretty sure it was Maz's watering hole. Like the outside
nice.
of it.
Super cool.
And I was
Super
like, I was
sweet.
literally like
Yeah. That's
walking distance
That's awesome.
to where they're filming
Yeah.
Star Wars. Mind blown.
Yeah, I'd love to go to London.
Yeah. London sounds good.
Yeah. It's actually don't try to log into any of my stuff or whatever, but one of my secret questions is place you'd most like to visit. London.
It's amazing. It's like
Yeah.
everything you would like about New York City, but at a much friendlier and slower pace.
Yeah, and people sound pleasant all
Yes.
the time.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
And it's the span of it is so much bigger, so it doesn't seem as crowded as New York gets.
Oh,
yeah.
In most cases. I
And
mean,
in
there's
New York,
certain
they
areas
don't
that get
sound
crazy.
pleasant at all. You know?
Big thanks to any New York listeners we might have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
do
are
not-
unpleasant.
You do not sound pleasant.
They sound cool though.
They do.
I
That's
guess.
true.
The whole Northeast
Yes.
sounds pretty cool when they talk.
Yeah. Cool and pleasant are not the same thing all the time.
Oh, well,
But
unless,
you
it,
could be
unless
pleasantly
it's air
cool.
conditioning
You could.
on a nice hot summer day.
That
you
is
went
true.
there.
Pleasant.
You went there.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, we hated to completely ruin your podcast,
No,
Right.
you didn't. This is great.
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So all of our listeners need to go and listen to Girl Gone Geek. I'm sure you have because Nicole's been on twice before, but all of Girl Gone Geek's listeners need to.
Yeah, check
You've-
out Villain District. You
you've
guys'
heard-
podcasts are so much fun.
See, I was
It's like
gonna
my
say-
favorite thing to do.
I was going to say, you've already heard what it's going to be. So so maybe don't worry about it.
No, but you guys have
yeah.
some. You guys have some good guests on, and it's always. I love being
Auto-tuned.
like if I have a chance to come over here and hang out in the cool studio and talk to you guys.
yeah,
I take you up on the offer.
hang out. Yeah.
Totally. Awesome. Well, yeah. What do we?
Yeah.
Need, what else do we need to say? Are we good?
That's it.
Does
That's
that
it.
work?
Yeah.
Will this
It
come out
does.
before the 10th or not?
We can.
It doesn't matter to me. I just don't know if we need to say that.
What
or
is the day today?
not. I don't know. Today's the
Today
2nd or
Is the
3rd.
No.
Second.
We're
Probably
recording
not.
on the 2nd. Probably not before the 10th.
Probably
Okay.
not.
Well, hope you were at that thing. If not, you missed it.
Did you have fun?
Yeah. Wait. Okay. All right.
Was it a
Did
good
you
time?
have fun? Are you going to be back for
No,
that?
I won't. I'll be in
Oh.
Poland.
Well, we'll Skype you in.
yeah. We'll skip.
Skype me in so I can watch.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is probably going to coincide. Then when I found out when we were going to Poland, I was like, Yeah,
Yep.
nope, it's that week.
Yep.
But you can come see us at Derby City.
Derby City.
That's true.
That's coming up. When is that? The 25th, 26th, something like that?
Yeah, 25th and 26th here in lovely Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, it is.
We will have booths for
Yep.
the DNN for all the podcasts,
Yeah.
as well as Bagged and Board. The destination will have booths as well. My husband's actually going to have his first art booth.
I
he
saw
said.
that.
cool.
Let's talk about that
Very
for
cool.
just a second.
Yeah.
Who knew that dude could make some cool pictures?
I did.
Right? Yeah, you probably
Right.
I
did.
did.
But,
He
like-
actually has he has a culinary arts degree and a fine arts degree, neither of which
What?
he uses.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But he's been focusing a lot on his art stuff, and then most recently, like the digital piece. is
Yeah,
what he's really
super
been
cool.
focusing on, which helps him because he's colorblind.
Samesies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, partially colorblind, so it helps him
Samesies.
from a palette standpoint.
Yeah.
That he can figure out the right colors to use. Whereas when he was doing regular art, it's hard for him to tell
Yeah.
Yeah.
from a shading perspective colors.
That's super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, his the thing that he got printed for with his name on it, the Ray.
The banner,
Yeah.
the Ray.
Yeah.
The Ray turned out
super
awesome.
good.
Super cool.
Super good.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's going to have just regular paper prints, some big canvas prints as well. My favorite thing that he did is he did Joker from The Killing Joke, but he did Leto. He did The Killing Joke, normal Joker, Nicholson as well.
super cool.
So
Yeah.
you kind of get that span of the Jokers, and they're
Yeah.
in smaller prints, so you could get all three of them. They look really rad.
That's
That's
super
cool. We
Yeah.
have to pick one up.
That's awesome. Yeah. I can't wait for that. That'll be cool.
Yeah,
We'll all be there. So
yeah,
you can
I'll be
come.
running around like a madman.
You can come buy a print and then come meet all of us that you're listening to, and we'll sign your face.
Yeah.
I plan to sign many faces over
I'll
there.
sign your phone where
Yeah.
you're like listening to the podcast. I'll
Right.
be right next to it.
Yeah,
I'll sign a
exactly.
butt.
Will you?
I'll sign a butt.
A butt. One
Just
butt.
one.
So get there early.
Because he's only doing one.
He's only doing one. So
Odds are it's going to happen
Yep.
quick. So.
Yeah, exactly. Might even be mine. I don't know. We'll see. I might just take advantage.
Our
Just be
first
like,
interview with you was at.
oh, was it
It
Derby?
was at
it was
Derby
at
This is
City.
technically your fourth time on the podcast.
Oh, that's
though.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So
I didn't
you
count
just
that.
yeah you
I
double.
just blew
You're,
everybody out of the water.
Easily. Yeah.
yeah,
forgot
the first
about
time we ever talked was at Derby
Yeah,
City.
because I've been doing the
Comics.
podcast a little over a year, and I think when you guys interviewed me, I'd only been doing it for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
So crazy.
Yeah. You can still go back and listen to that. It was episode number 20, which I remember.
That's weird.
That's how do you remember the number?
Because I made the little picture for it.
Oh, okay.
So I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that was a fun episode.
Yep.
We're gonna have a prize wheel at our booth,
yeah.
giving away. You can
Prizes?
spin,
Yeah.
spin the wheel for $1, and we're gonna have a bunch of different. Some of it's Loot Crate stuff, some of it's just different items from the store.
Yeah.
And then we're also gonna be raffling off a giant plush BB-8.
Oh, I saw that. That thing is cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
huge.
That thing is cool.
It's huge.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So stop by the booth, say hi,
Yeah.
toss a few dollars in the direction of the DNN for some raffle tickets or spin on the wheel to win some shit.
That's right. You could sit on BB-8 while you're watching TV.
Yeah, it's like the size of a beanbag.
Yeah, it's
if
awesome.
that helps you rationalize how large this
It's-
BB-8 is.
It was
Awesome.
helpful for me, so I can imagine
Yeah.
for the listeners
Yeah.
that would be helpful. Yeah.
I just start naming off random things.
Yeah.
It's like the size of a giant truck tire.
It's like a basketball if a basketball was way bigger.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like 3 times the normal actual size of BB-8.
Yeah. A significantly bigger
Yeah.
BB-8. Roughly significantly.
If you
bigger.
had like a Great Dane and rolled it in a ball, that's about the size of BB-8.
Yeah, it's like if you took an air compressor and pumped you put it in
Where do you go with this?
a hamster's belly button and
What?
Blew it up?
Don't do that.
you don't want
We
to.
do not
don't we don't
endorse
condone
that.
that.
You don't
No,
want to.
that is not good. That is not good. Nope.
No.
All right, see you guys.
Wait. I want to do it like this. Nicole, thanks so much for being on Girl Gone Geek. We really appreciate having you on.
Yeah, thanks
It
you
was-
guys for being
yeah.
on Villain District podcast.
course, yeah.
This
We're-
was great.
we're happy
I'm
to
Anytime
glad
you
you're
want to be
here.
on the old Triple G's,
Yeah.
come on over.
Oh, sure.
And,
Can we auto-tune
Yeah.
every time?
absolutely, we
Yes. Yes. We don't even need auto-tune. Yes.
Why are we doing scales?
Goodbye.
you for listening, DNN.